All right, good morning, everybody. Yeah, I'm barely awake right now. Today's the day. Finally leaving for London. First things first, though, I gotta get some coffee in me, take a shower, shave, and get changed because I'm in my pajamas. Yeah, I literally have about 2.5 hours until I have to leave for O'Hare. Now, there are a couple of things I do recommend before leaving your home. One, of course, is get it out here. This is easier to pick up. Take out your garbage and recycling. Do any dishes. If you have anything perishable, either eat it up or throw it out. You don't want to come back to a house full of insects or anything. Yeah, there really isn't much else to say, so I'm just going to start getting ready, and I'll talk to you later. So apparently I did not have the internal microphone turned on the camera, so I'll have to tell you everything that happened. I did figure that out right after I got to London while I was on the hop-on, hop-off bus tour. Anyways, let's make our way down to O'Hare from my home in Milwaukee. It takes me about an hour and a half, depending on traffic, to get down to O'Hare, and on the way down, I naturally got stuck in traffic at the Market Interchange right outside of downtown Milwaukee. But continuing on, traffic lightened up, and it was smooth sailing down to Schiller Park, Illinois, where I parked my car at Park and Jet. All in all, it was a really nice day out and a perfect day to take a drive down to O'Hare. After parking my car, I got onto the shuttle, and I was the only person on the shuttle, which never happens to me. The shuttle driver even made a couple extra stops for their partnership locations, and nobody else got on. I then make my way out after arriving at O'Hare's Terminal 1 and check my bags at Curbside check-in, which I've never used before. United makes it very easy. Just tap your phone onto that box on the sign, or scan the QR code and then continue on your phone, and the agent will help you through the rest of the process. Anyways, after dropping off my bags, I head on in and go through security. Now, I have global entry, which gives me TSA pre-check. Since the US government was shut down at the time, I did not know what to expect, which kind of worried me. Currently, as of the upload date of this video, the US federal government is still shut down, with no end in sight to the shutdown. I have had global entry since 2018, and in that time, I had never had to go through random security screening until today. My belt was kind of hanging out, and the TSA agent was concerned about my belt being something else. He had me take my belt off, which was a first for me with pre-check. Next, a man with a mullet had to touch me around my belt line, which kind of freaked me out, but oh well. After being violated by Mullet Man, I gathered my things and decided to head towards the gate. Now today we're departing out of gate C15. That means we have to take the underground tunnel here at Terminal 1 and head over to the C gates. I did have a lot of time to kill, so I did one of my favorite things to do at O'Hare, which is walk around. Now, while walking around O'Hare and the rest of the airports in this trip series, I did try out a new backpack mount for GoPro cameras and decided to attach my Akaso Brave 7 LE. I'm still also remembering to be cognizant to start recording when I'm going on these trips, and remembering to check my camera placement and if I'm recording or not. There were quite a few times where the camera angle did come off kind of cockeyed, or I was not recording. But let's just say there was a lot of askew footage which will mostly not be used in these videos. I do try to bring you the best of everything and my honest thoughts while traveling. Today's plane is a 27-year-old Boeing 767-300. Our plane is not pictured here due to the view of the gate obscuring taking pictures of the plane. Boarding was pretty quick, and since I was in Group 2, I was on the plane pretty early as a benefit of checking my carry-on bag at check-in. Today, I am sitting in seat 33B in Economy Plus. As for the seat itself, it's your normal United Economy seat, thin with no padding. I had 3 inches of extra legroom due to my sitting in Economy Plus. Those extra 3 inches make the difference. At least that's what I'm told. Anyways, right at my seat, I was presented with a pillow and blanket, and of course you have a video monitor loaded with entertainment for the long journey to London Heathrow. Will I be able to get some sleep on this flight today? Well, we'll find out shortly. Also, it was around this time that I mainly stopped taking video. I was more concerned with trying to get some sleep. And as always, I sit in an aisle seat. I'm not a fan of window seats, as I always have to get up and go to the bathroom. Now, we were slightly delayed leaving O'Hare, but it was not a big deal. We had to wait on catering to deliver the meals for the trip and wait on the crew to make preparations for this flight. After getting in the air, I connected my phone to the in-flight Wi-Fi and got settled in for the 8+ hours in the sky. Now, I don't know about you, but I can never get much sleep in United's economy seats. They always leave me with horrible lower back pain. And once again, there's no padding, so I can't get comfortable. I always end up rolling up the pillow and blanket and using them to help my back. Before attempting to fall asleep, we were presented with an appetizer of olives and almonds. I was pleasantly surprised by this, as the last time I flew internationally on a long-haul trip with United, we were only presented with our meal. Here's a picture from my trip to Rome, coming back to Chicago. As you can see, it's literally just the meal. Now, the olives and almonds were good, and they gave you a wooden skewer type thing for your olives. Pair that with a Minute Maid lemonade and you're set. For dinner, the choices were beef lasagna, mushroom and leek ragu with pasta, or paprika chicken stew. All were served with a salad and an almost frozen dinner roll, plus a cheesecake brownie with a small bottle of water. I opted for the lasagna, which blew me away. It was loaded with flavor and quite a surprise from the usual horrible meals that are served in economy. Butter chicken? I'm talking to you. Anyways, after dinner, I took some sleeping pills and tried to get some sleep. Like I said earlier, the lack of padding in the seats did not help my back while trying to sleep, but I got some sleep.
Did you know that United, the world's biggest airline, will serve 16 million cups of coffee this year? That means we'll need 73,000 gallons of cream.
By the friendly skies of United.
Many unbearable hours later.
Well, after maybe 3 to 4 hours of sleep, I got back to watching a movie. I watched Flamin' Hot, which was a true story about the man who created Flamin' Hot Cheetos. It was a very good watch. Now, if you are flying United, I highly recommend going to unitedprivatescreening.com before your departure, and they will show you what is playing on your flight. Now, my strategy for movies on planes is, if they have in-flight entertainment on a long-haul flight, is to try to watch at least 2 new-to-me movies, depending on the length of the flight. What do you like to watch or listen to on a flight? Leave a comment below. About 45 minutes before landing at Heathrow, the flight attendants came through the cabin with a quick breakfast, which was a chocolate cinnamon roll. It was pretty good, and I was once again surprised at the taste. And pairing that with United's Illy coffee definitely hit the spot. I know, the water on planes isn't always recommended for drinking, but I needed coffee. The Illy coffee is definitely one of the best coffees in the air. But I think I found a close second while on this trip. In a future video, join me for what I think is another good cup of airline coffee. Speaking of which, I've noticed that 99.7% of people who watch my videos are not subscribed, which is not good at all. Why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button below, and be sure to hit that bell so that you're notified when I upload future videos. Let's keep this channel growing. I couldn't do it without you. Anyways, after landing at Heathrow, the time was 7 a.m. and I was tired. But after my 3 to 4 hours of sleep, that really did nothing to me. I have sleep apnea, and I was unable to use my CPAP machine since I did not have an external battery that could power my machine long enough for the trip, and the in-seat power is not always compatible with your power supply for your machine. So my 3 to 4 hours of sleep was cut in half, and was more like 90 minutes to 2 hours of sleep physically. Before leaving for London, I decided to watch videos about what to expect while at Heathrow. I watched a video from the Philam Life, and their video showed just how long of a voyage it is after leaving the gate. I did not realize how long it was. And the escalators. Holy crap, were they steep, both going down and up. If you want to watch their video about their connection at Heathrow, I'll put a card here about their experiences going from O'Hare to London on their way to the Philippines. Anyways, it was a long way over to immigration, which luckily I was able to use the e-gates to speed my way through immigration. After going through the e-gates for immigration, I headed to baggage claim, which had both my bags already on the carousel. That seriously never happens. I was expecting to wait maybe an hour or more, but I was pleasantly surprised that my bags were ready to go. Anyways, this is where I'm going to leave you. Stay tuned for more from my London trip. I have a lot more videos coming up, including what I did during the 2 days I was in London, my drive to Stonehenge, Diddley Squat Farm and Birmingham, what I did in my 2 days in Birmingham, and my visit to Windsor Castle. You're also going to get a car review in what I call the three-way hotel shootout. Okay, maybe I'll come up with a better name for this later on. And some of my thoughts on England and its people. Once again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.